Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, alright. Now, did I ask you to do that? Maybe. Did you want to do it yourself? Also, maybe.
Some good chips, and it was the introduction.
What flavour were the chips?
Well, I think they were vinegar and salt flavour.
Do it again just to be sure.
Well, okay. What a great podcast.
Yeah, this is great. I'm joined with a new guest. He only wants to go by just Tom, yeah?
I mean, it wouldn't make much sense to just say my entire full name in general. Like,
Why not?
Introduction.
I know your middle name. You want to tell that story? Or do you want me to tell it? Because there's a very good story. We are joined here by one live studio audience member, as per
always.
usual. He's been here since the start. Not just the start of recording, but the start of every single episode. And whether it's real or not, you can decide for yourself.
You just won't leave at home.
Yeah, I know. Our home, yeah, you live with me now, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Moss.
Yeah, I'm just a squatter.
Yeah. That's a very common theme, actually. You squat everywhere you go.
I do squat.
Yeah,
I'm a
constantly.
squatter. That is true.
Should see his legs.
This is I like that a lot.
I thought you were expecting that one, to be honest.
I was not expecting that one.
That's all right. The more we spin in the chairs, the more they squeak. So I think I should have WD-40'd the chairs before.
It's a feature, not a bug.
Yeah.
What can I say?
Yeah. So
The middle name.
yeah, back to the middle name. So here's a fun story. For how long was it before?
4 years?
4 years. Yes. So for 4 years, I led Tom to believe that my middle name was the same as my dog's, and he believed it.
It wasn't like it's a normal name. It wasn't an unreasonable way. Just say, all right, that's your middle name.
Yeah,
Great.
like it was the same initial, and on my driver's license it's there. But yeah, so my dog's name is Oscar, and just out of nowhere, Tom goes, "Oh, it's Oscar, just like your middle name, yeah?" And I made eye contact with a friend, and we both knew it wasn't, and we just like, yeah, of course it is. But that'd be stupid. Yeah, that's why that's why his name's Oscar, because that's my middle name. And then we just left it for 4 years.
And he would never show me his license because he knew.
Yeah, but he didn't know that I wasn't going to show him, so it was very easy to get away with. And then on a fateful day when I turned 21, I revealed it in front of everyone, saying, "Haha, gotcha."
Like 30 people.
Yeah, 30 people. It was
He's
good.
like, look, I got you with this sick prank. That's not really my middle name. Just shouts it in front of 30 people. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, no, he had no idea what was going on.
Prank.
Yeah, I know, but I think it was worth it.
I still don't even get it.
It's a good friendship story, I think.
I think so. That was pretty defining. I was like, you know what? Didn't know all this for 4 years. Just a small thing, middle name. Revealed it.
No,
okay.
yeah, good. Now I'm not going to say it here, and that can be homework. Figure out what my middle name is, based on nothing.
Rhymes with Oscar.
Rhymes with yes, it rhymes with Oscar.
Starts with O.
Yes.
Not Oscar.
No.
Here we go.
That's it.
That's the only hint you get.
Yep. And if you figure it out, great. You don't win anything. I'm not going to PayPal you money. You just get to. I get to occupy your mind for give or take 47 seconds.
Without you even knowing that.
Yeah.
Apparently he was like, this is gonna bug him so much. I didn't know it. This didn't bother. For 4 years, I'm like, that's his middle name. Great. I don't care.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Now we specifically decided not to go over topics in a sense/tell each other about topics. Why? Because the reactions. We've so often literally got, that could have been in the podcast. Yeah. That could be the podcast.
It's like twice. Now, so here, hearing it for the first time, Tom, did you know they're renewing Futurama?
First time information. They're renewing Futurama.
Wow, yeah.
This is a genuine reaction. This is, I am stunned and shocked and amazed, quite frankly.
Yes.
My favorite. I cannot wait to hear my favorite voice actor on a Bender. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah, the actual voice actor's name is actually I'm not gonna search it up because there's a slight rule about not googling things on the show. But
Bing.
Yeah. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I'm gonna use Bing.
That's right.
That's a very good loophole, and I will have to correct that before next episode. But for the time being, this is actually a very good loophole. So if I go to I forgot where Bing was on the keyboard.
The Bing button.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Do you not have a Bing button on the keyboard?
Of course. Who doesn't have a Bing button on the keyboard?
Yeah. Oh shit! It's actually called Microsoft Bing now.
Yes.
I didn't know.
Made it.
No, but it says it on the website.
Just haven't checked it in this.
Yeah,
years.
look, top left.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay.
Do you regularly use Bing?
All the time.
Why?
The Bing button right there. I accidentally press it. I get there to type in Google. It's a whole thing.
Futurama. I start typing in future and it says future golf. That proves where Bing is with the times.
I like that.
Bender.
Rodriguez.
Voice actor. John DiMaggio. I feel like we should have known that, actually.
Like I said, I cannot wait to hear him again reprising this amazing role. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Nothing is exciting me more. And now my day is so good because of this. Nothing can ruin it, I think.
Nothing can ruin it?
Nothing
Alright.
can ruin it.
Just stay tuned for the next 20 minutes. I told you so. Okay, yeah, so Futurama's coming back to Hulu. Like the old seasons are on
Disney Plus?
Disney Plus, yes, they are. I forgot what the name was of one of the most popular streaming services ever. We're not sponsored, but please do. If you give us money, that'd be good.
You like money?
Yeah, I like money. I like money so much that I will regularly change website buttons to say "Give me money."
I wouldn't get any of the money because
No.
it's my podcast. But
No. Well, you see, no. If you change, oh yeah, look, we can come to some sort of. Let's brainstorm a contract right now.
You can get me HSP.
HSP. All right, I think that's fair.
Steep, yeah.
I think that's fair. Shit.
Yeah,
Bit stitched up by the old HSP.
that's right.
Yeah. Great. Okay, let me close the Bing tab and never go there again, because that shit's scary. Yeah. So, did you watch much Futurama when you were younger?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
All the time. What? All right. What channel and what time was it on?
I watched on Fox 8 on...
So what you're saying is you had a very privileged upbringing.
No, that wasn't too bad.
Well, if you're using cable network to view a children's cartoon, I think yes.
Is it a children's cartoon? There's a difference between Adventure Time and Futurama as a certain genre.
Yes, Adventure Time is for more mature adults.
You know what I mean, though. Like, I don't think it's not a children's show, but like it's also not like a kid. It's sorry, not an adult show.
It's like a young teen show.
It's just a regular animation. It's
Yeah.
like Family Guy. It's like The Simpsons.
The Family Guy is not a regular animation.
Didn't I watch that when I was a kid?
Yes, but that's a youth thing. I think everyone watched Family Guy when they were too young. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, just nod or shake your head. This is the
Audience member.
audience member. Did you watch not Futurama, Family Guy when you were younger? No. Okay.
He
no.
nodded his head profusely. This is what happened.
It was very violent, actually. We might need a neck brace for him.
I think so. It was definitely not a slight nod. I mean,
Right.
shake.
Shake. Yes. So far we're at two out of three live in-person members have watched Futurama. No, Family Guy. Well, I didn't really watch it when I was younger.
Didn't you?
Not really. Like you see it on YouTube every so often. Like the people who upload those videos where it's just clips of Family Guy. They must be.
They're the real heroes, I think.
Nah, I
You know,
wouldn't say heroes. I'm on the opposite side of this because this is a debate now.
No, but like, you know, in the US, for example, how like, what is it, like people in uniform and stuff might get like 20% off for like certain things for their service, stuff like that. I think that it should be that people who just upload random clips of Family Guy and cartoons.
I've got
just get
family
10%
members.
off at stores.
Yeah, I've got family members that abuse that shit all the time. Like
Yeah.
one particular relative flashes their firefighter ID and they will just get free shit or special treatment.
I respect that.
That's fair enough. Firefighters are the best emergency service in my own personal, unbiased opinion.
I would have to agree that they're pretty good. I know that there are other podcasters who are not a fan.
Yes, that's true. And you know, firefighters, they're not for everyone. You know, they try to be, but they're just not.
One thing about firefighting, it's just a good time. Like,
Yes.
as it's been said, you know, just get some super soakers, get some water balloons, and it's fun. It's a fun time.
It's good fun. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's a realistic way of putting it.
Shake your head or nod your head. Have you ever fought a fire with the super soaker? No?
Missing out.
Okay, cool. Yes. Now, I'm hoping that someone listening to this, like, physically did that just by the sound of my voice. And if so, then haha, got you. Because I think that was a good prank. What do you think?
Yes?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on here.
Is that because of the contents of your tea?
The tea.
Yes, the tea. The
You
tea
know,
that you're currently drinking.
I won't lie, I kind of zoned out for half a second there.
Really?
Yeah. It's a regular thing. Memory just not great.
Okay.
As I recall from your first podcast.
Yes, right. Well, we are on a biological time limit on this one to see how far it goes. So we'll update further on.
Yes, we are exhausted. It's been a long day.
Yes.
Now, there are some other things. Now,
Yes.
Mr. Barnes here.
That's
Barnzey.
Mr. Barnzey.
Mr. Barnzey.
How
yes.
awkward does that feel for you?
Very awkward. I'm like every other person calls him.
That's not
Barnzey.
true.
Just
Well, actually, yes, that is true. Every
like
single
at
one.
home, his mum just goes, "Hey, Barnzey, what's?"
How was your day?
And it saves time because then every other person in the entire house can all answer at the same time. And
Yeah,
that's just,
it's actually all about efficiency, if I'm completely honest.
and that makes a lot of sense.
It does. So,
You've got some updates with your comedy
career. Yeah.
which you want to inform to me on the podcast. I
Yes.
asked him on the phone, I'm like, so tell me about it. He's like, I'll tell you on the podcast because we need stuff to talk about.
Yes, yeah, that's true, because I want to make it a regular occurring thing where I just say what I've been doing in terms of comedy. It's like a good way, kind of like a, not video diary, it's a voice diary, essentially, but it's also a conversational thing. You know, I feel like I gotta look at the one audience member occasionally, so it's not just
also-
like him, like, dropping in.
But also you, audience member, we're looking at you right now.
Through the phone, through your car.
We see you.
Yes. Through the train. I'm looking directly at you right now.
That's right. Now, comedy.
Comedy, yes. Hey, comedy. Okay, so I went to an open mic night a couple nights ago, and let me tell you, okay, it did not go well. So,
oh boy.
Oh yeah,
you did the thing.
I did the thing. So I told a story from. Okay, so Tom was here. You can't see his face, but I know I can read it. He's kind of giggling a bit of what happened. So we'll get to the actual thing that happened. But first, let me tell you about the show. So I get there not late, but like still early, but not early for a comedian. The way it works, if you're unfamiliar, is at my level, you go to a like a run sheet. You write your name, and depending on how early you are, is depending on how early you are in the night, right? It's all about its progression. If you're first, you put your first. You put your name. If you're second, you put your name in the second slot, so on and so forth. So I was about 13th, and I knew, okay, look, it's going to be later on in the night. That's fine. Now the audience was very good for the first half. All right, about 10 comedians went up. They all did very well, and then someone decided to break a glass. Intentionally, definitely intentionally. It wasn't by accident. It wasn't because they had too much to drink.
Just break it or over someone's head, just glassed it.
No. If they glassed someone, I would have said they glassed someone, but they dropped it and it smashed.
All right.
Okay. Now, so the comedian on the stage at the time said, that's a red herring, because then nothing helps red herrings by saying, hey, that's a red herring.
Yes, of course.
And now everyone else is going to do bad. Now, he said it as a joke because, he's a comedian. Unfortunately, he was correct. So everyone after the show, everyone after the glass break, didn't do so well. So that includes me. That includes other fellow.
And it's all because of the glass, not because of the jokes.
No.
It
wasn't because half the audience had drank too much and gone home, or because everyone was tired because it was about 10:30 at night.
These are not contributing factors.
No. It was because of the glass. So I basically went up and I told a joke about. I made it about disabilities. All right, I was just being ableist, but funny ableist in my head. Right. Now, what's better than being ableist once? What do you think?
Ableist twice?
That's exactly right. That was my thought process.
Amazing.
So I decided, you know what? I'm going to double down. I'm going to make this worse or better. Let's hope for the better. It actually made it worse. It made it a lot worse. So what's worse than doing it twice?
3 times?
That's right. I decided to triple down.
I didn't think about it. I'm like, is it this one?
Yeah, it is. So it's all right. I threw in.
Chase your losses. It's a common saying.
Yeah. It's like I had to try salvage this, and then I finished it with. It's okay. I can joke about disabilities. Half my family's ginger. Now, I thought that was okay.
That's a good one.
I thought it was all right.
But it's really depending on the audience. If you made a lot of ableist jokes and they hated it, and then you make this one, why would they like it?
That's true. Yeah. Well, look, I tried anything to save. I even told, I just like a little one-liner, which I'm not going to repeat here because you'll have to see me in person. All right. I'm not big enough to say, hey, come to my show because I don't have a show. Please, I need a show. I want to be paid. Please give me money. All right. We've been through this. So, yeah, I got like one pity in the background. I'll show you the footage later.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, because I filmed the whole fucking. Oh, that wasn't me. It was Paul, who's been mentioned previously. And
put it on Live Leak with all the other train wrecks.
Oh yeah, I should. That's good. I should actually.
Thank you. I thought it was pretty funny.
Yeah. So I got one pity in the background. I'm like, all right, that's it. That's my time. I'm going off stage now. And yeah, that was that. So.
Give a round of applause.
Yes, I did. It was a standing ovation, actually, because I'd finally gotten off the stage because it was that painful.
Is this true?
No. Oh. But it would have been good if it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I did actually say, yeah, I'm leaving now, so I left. And then just sat through everyone else who was after me, and then got the fuck out as soon as the night was over. Just left in a hurry. But it was a good experience, all right? It was a good experience.
Yeah.
So people think, I'll pay you an experience that's not worth anything. No, this was pretty good. Like money would have been better. Don't get me wrong, but it wasn't really worth anything, like physically, like to go up there and say what I said.
It makes you more comfortable on the stage, I suppose.
I don't know. I'll show you the video. I'll show you after.
I do want to see this. I need to see this.
Yeah, I know. I thought you would.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I have no knowledge of this. This isn't sarcastic. I have no idea. Wow.
No,
Okay.
no. Tom never speaks in sarcasm.
That actually wasn't. This actually is not sarcastic. I'm being 100% genuine.
That was also not sarcasm.
It actually wasn't.
No, that's true. It's not. It is.
All right.
So, moving on. And no, actually, I'm going to go back to it. And, like, I'm going to double down again.
Quadruple down. Do it.
Yeah. So,
It's worth the last 3 times.
yeah, look, some disabilities are funny. Don't get me wrong.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So, the actual story in question, it was an incident that happened at a zoo. Now,
I was here for this incident.
It was.
It's a true story, and it's terrible. We are not going to heaven. I'll put it that way.
No, we're not. But all right. So here's what happens. All right, at the zoo with mates. All right, we're just joking around as mates do. You know,
Patting kangaroos like dogs.
Yeah, exactly. Just talking shit. Now I accidentally went too far. Okay. Now, was it my fault? Yes. Should I have said it? No. But in my defense, I thought I was just bagging on a regular kid. Now,
Yeah.
this kid, I just hear a scream, like in the distance, just like a, right? Now, sounds like an animal.
Yeah. And we're at a zoo. It's Australia Zoo.
Sometimes kids sound like animals. That's not, like, it's out of my control, right? Now, I turn to my mate. I'll call him Luch for now because I know that's what he does when he records stuff, but I'll refer back to him if we can not do that. I go to him, I just like turn to him side eye and go, hey, I wonder what kind of animal that was.
Oh boy.
We turn the corner and there's a kid in a wheelchair, right?
Super disabled. Like
Yes.
the most disabled a person could be.
Right, yeah. He
Like
is,
physically and mentally,
mentally,
just so disabled.
so he's like sitting there in the sitting sort of. He was in the wheelchair and his arms were like a praying mantis, just like this. Just going, "Wee." Now, okay, look.
You're a goddamn monster.
Yes, I know, alright? And everyone did a very good job holding in their laughter until the kid wheeled away.
No,
Alright?
it's because the situation, it was that. Oh my god.
And, okay, I think
the dirty looks.
the carer absolutely heard me say it as well, right? It was bad. And, look, I'll admit, look, it wasn't good, right? It was definitely
It was
bad,
not tasteful.
right? But it also wasn't my fault, and I take no responsibility for it.
That's what I always say. I always say one of my sayings is, I blame everyone else but myself.
Yes, that's true.
And I stand by it.
Yes. Now, okay. I think there was a very funny, hey, look at what a piece of shit I am kind of joke in there, right? That was the double down. Like, okay, if I think the first joke was going to be bad, this is the one I'm going to tell.
So when you said it, what was the reaction?
Silence.
Silence.
Yeah, I'll show you after. Yeah.
Oh, the comedy club.
Yeah.
The prime.
The place where you're supposed to laugh.
Location.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't good.
Like, people are in there, and you could say something not even that funny, but people are just emotionally in the mood, and they'll just laugh at
Well,
whatever.
these people were also emotionally tired, and that's fair. It was late at
That's
night.
true,
They
like,
were
that's a
also
fair point.
it'd been like 2 hours of laughing beforehand. Yeah,
Not
so they were
there.
exhausted. They were out of laughs. All
You
right.
know who hasn't got enough shit, I think?
Who?
The disabled.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. To really integrate them properly into society, we have to bag the shit out of them, just like we bag the shit out of everyone else.
Of course, they deserve it the most.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
100%.
that's a long-held opinion of mine, and
everyone else, really.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. But see, not everyone else has a public platform like this, and where they talk completely serious and they never tell jokes.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, this podcast is basically a documentary,
Yeah.
and
Well, actually, you say that like as an offhand thing, but it kind of is.
well, that's what I mean. Like, it's dead serious. There's no joking about. Even we're talking about comedy shows and things.
Yeah, we are. So, look, that's only like the recount part of the show at the moment. Yeah, just like one horrifying story. Look, there'll probably be more. All right, but I want to find a way to make this work. So now it's out there as a warning that yes, I okay. Well, when I go on stage and joke about disabled people, that's on purpose. At the zoo, it was an accident. Right? But I stand by
Because
it.
you're so loud when you make the jokes, it's not whispering to a friend, hey, here's this joke, I wonder what kind of animal that is. No, it's,
It was like,
hey, I wonder what kind of animal that is.
it wasn't like that. It was more like, hey, I wonder what
100%
kind.
was like
Yeah,
that.
no.
Audience member, who do you think is correct on this one?
Just point. That's bullshit. But also fair. Okay, that's fair enough.
That's right.
I like how we can refer back to you and without. You're basically a mime Like, you can provide your input, and it's all actions, and it's based on how we react. No, don't do that. Don't do that. No, stop.
Oh, man.
For the audio listeners at home, he lifted up his shirt and started rubbing his nipples.
And for the audio listeners on YouTube, the same thing.
The same thing, because we don't do video. And that's bad luck. You can watch the sound bars bounce up and down, because that's how I've chosen to format this for now. And when I have something worth physically showing, then I will.
Sure. So there's the suit of armor, there's the...
Stop naming things around my room. That was also completely made up, and I do not have a... Oi! Oi! He just flashed us.
This is just a stripping man in,
Yes.
in our Barnzey's room.
Alright, so I think that's a good spot to move on.
Yes.
Yes, let's start something, alright? If I say seg, you say way, alright? Seg. Let me try again. Seg.
Seg.
No, I say seg, you say way. Seg.
Way.
Okay, cool. Okay, you gotta be faster. Okay, it's not that hard. It's not. You can't blame like a Zoom delay. It couldn't. Yeah, but you shouldn't have been. All right. All right. Now here, I've got a note here. I've heard you're running for mayor. Is this true?
I am running for mayor. Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So
Lord Mayor.
Lord Mayor Tom.
Yes, that's right.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
I think it's good.
That's your official title. When you file for your taxes, you go. Your name says Lord Mayor Tom. Yeah.
Lord Mayor Tom. That's right.
Cool. All right. So, what sort of policies would you like to enact for people to vote for you? While I've got you here, this is a public platform. You can promote yourself. This is a good... You are allowed to sneeze. You know that, yeah? You can sneeze. Just nod your head. Just to acknowledge.
No,
Yeah,
I can't.
cool. Yeah, okay, cool. All right.
That's fine. No sneezing. In fact, just real quick,
Yes?
small segue.
Yep.
Barnzey came up with an idea with his friends. Whenever someone sneezes, to just shush them.
That was not my idea. I stole that from someone else. But thank you for trying to credit me where credit wasn't due, but I'll take it.
Well, I expected next time that the audience member sneezed, you'd go, shh.
Yes. That's cool. That's funny.
Now, the policies.
Yes, all right. So if you want people to vote for you, what's the first thing that you say? It could be legalizing weed, for example. It could be...
Gladiator fighting.
Gladiator fighting.
I genuinely believe this. This is not a joke.
Yes.
I think all horse racing and greyhound racing and everything should be banned
Okay.
because there's no consent or anything. Gladiator fighting with like weapons and like robotic lions with actual teeth to the death. I would legalize that.
So who plays the roles of the gladiators this time?
The homeless.
Is it just the homeless? Because, see, that's efficient, all right? And I agree, all right? Now, the homeless could fight each other, right? But, you know, they're old sometimes, they're sick sometimes, they're not in the best health. What if...
There's monetary... millions of dollars are on the line here.
Yes, true, all right. But what if you made it interesting with people who didn't pay their taxes, for example? So that way you get a good variety of the really poor and the very rich.
So it's just some poor homeless young man and Rupert Murdoch just dueling it out.
Yeah, exactly.
I see that.
I think that'd be a good fun.
I think so. I think that could be a good time. And these are all things that can be discussed. The logistics behind it.
Yeah.
No.
Would firearms be allowed?
Firearms?
Yes.
I've always been a genuine believer that like the moment a citizen I'm very like anti firearms and like anti gun stuff. I'm a regular Australian person. No one here that's a common opinion. However, like the second an unarmed person is like shot and killed by the police, then I'll be all for everyone having guns.
Right, but that hasn't happened yet.
That has not happened, so therefore I'm against it.
Okay, all right. So that means no firearms.
No firearms.
Okay, what about cannons?
Cannons.
Yes. So if you're fighting, it's let's say who's a
You should be able to have a concealed cannon in public.
Yes. Okay, that's one of your...
Well done.
Yeah, okay, I think you deserve to. If you could hide an entire cannon...
On your person.
Yes, it has to be on your person. If you can do it, and you... Let's say it fires by accident, and it kills a small family and a family pet.
Cannon insurance.
Yeah, exactly. All right, that's be something else you'd have to introduce, cannon insurance.
Cool.
Yes, exactly. So, let's say, yeah, you killed, like, 5 entities with this cannon, but it was concealed, and it was a misfire by accident. You should be allowed to get away with it.
Of course, this is...
Because no crime's been committed.
No crime's been committed if you've got... Well, there has been, but the cannon insurance covers it.
Yeah.
They have a person which covers the time in prison.
Yeah.
For that amount of time.
Okay. I think that's good. That's fair.
Prison insurance. Oh my god, this is it's amazing. This seems like it's an actual thing in other countries amongst the very wealthy.
Really? This sounds like a concept that...
in China all the time. There's
Yeah.
like when rich people need to go to prison, they literally do just play doubles to go to jail for them. That is real.
That sounds racist.
Well, it's not my fault they do that. That's what they do.
Yeah. Now, see, I hear China's not a very racist country. That they are, in fact, very.
They're a very racially inclusive people of all.
Yes. This
Races
is
and
this is
religions.
very well known, actually. So we will not throw any sort of quote unquote shade towards the Chinese or the Chinese government for the remainder, unless you want to get it in before I finish the disclaimer.
Well, no. But I think that we should just quickly get to our sponsored segment. So our microphones and other equipment, Tencent has graciously provided us with these equipment. Anyway, back to this. China, amazing
Yes,
place.
yeah,
amazing,
good,
amazing
very good.
government.
You should go tourism, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Actually, I've been to China for tourism.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, when was this?
When I was like 16, I went for history.
History.
Yeah, you know, like
But doesn't China censor their history?
the Great Wall of China, the Terracotta Warriors.
Yeah, all censored.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's all like you look at pictures on Google and it's all blurry.
That's right. The Terracotta Warriors. No. So they have to blur the Terracotta Warriors' faces to blur their identities.
It's to
'cause they're
protect their families. Yeah.
Well, they're very privacy conscious people.
Yeah.
And it's very good of them, I think.
Yeah,
Very
I think it's very considerate of the government
Chinese
to make this mandatory censorship a thing, really.
mandatory censorship means that there is privacy for everyone, whether you want it or not.
Yes, and I think that's just the way things should be.
It's the way of the future.
Yeah.
That's right.
And there's no way that someone can say, "Oh, you're joking," because we never joke.
Well, speaking of China, and that's because we don't joke. That's what my entire list, and this is true. I do, aside from all of the actual jokes and everything, like which we don't make, but all the hypothetical non-jokes. Well, that is what I call my own political stuff. Tommunism.
Communism.
True,
Yeah,
it's
see,
very well thought out in the Tommunist
see now
Manifesto.
here, I actually just look at this real quick in the notes. I did write that down.
Tom is running for mayor. What's new laws? Messages from the man.
That's not the man. That was
Communism.
Moss. Yeah. It's you know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna just out him now. I'm gonna read it his text. He sent, but for fuck's sake, look at this. This is so Moss is very creative in his paint and Photoshop endeavors. So he sent me a picture that I'll link it in the description or something. So if anyone is curious, you can look up level 5 witch Susan Witchiki and behold the art that is the Mossman. So I'll figure out how to do that, and you'll have a little bit more extra happiness in your day. I think that's good.
It's fair. We can post it to the. Barnzey
I'll
post it to the social media.
I'll find somewhere. I'll put it somewhere.
That'll be an avenue.
Yeah, I'll just like put it on my LinkedIn.
TikTok or two.
Yeah, please don't. I only have that app because I am a shill for China.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. Yes. No,
Just down ourselves.
Yep. No. See, they're a very well-paying company, and they fill my pockets very well, and they allow me to make my living and do what I do. So thank you, China.
Thank you, China.
Thank you very much, China. The entirety of China.
Yeah, very good.
Now-
We're a very racially conscious podcast.
Back to you running for mayor. You want to enact a policy that enforces. Would you say enforces Tommunism, or would you say it encourages Tommunism?
I mean, would you say that the current system enforces democracy?
I'd say they try to. Whether they
Not
succeed.
in Australia, not voting is illegal. So yeah, I would say.
Therefore, they're trying to. There's options.
Communism is about optional taxes.
Right. Okay. So explain that.
Well, tax is theft. Now, I think taxes is fine. It is. I'm more than happy to take my money, give me healthcare, give everyone healthcare, give us. But it is still taxes. It's still theft nonetheless. But we support it.
We support theft.
We
What
support
taxes?
Both.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. We support theft and taxes.
So in this case, it would be you don't pay income tax, you don't pay taxes. There is still GST on goods sold by people who are involved. Sorry, not GST, VAT. And in this case, now, if you choose not to pay taxes, more than okay, more than acceptable. But if your house starts to burn down, they will arrive and they will start to put out the fires on the houses around yours and say, "Oh, you want us to do yours too right now? $50,000."
Yeah. Bad luck otherwise. you
Yeah,
know?
or however much the cost is.
Your
Or
house is on fire. Tough shit. Put it out with a super soaker.
That's right. Don't
Yeah.
have private health insurance.
Bad
okay,
luck.
well, too bad. You can't just get sick and all of a sudden try to chip in. No, it's at the end of beginning of every financial year. That's when you can start to do it.
This is true.
Every single road would be a toll road. Every single one. You need to pay every time you use it, or you can get a permit, or
Even if it's only like 10 cents, yeah. I mean, people would be riding bikes a lot more.
What? Yeah,
I think.
very green.
Yeah, and this will solve. This I hear like riding bikes cures COVID. That's what I heard.
That's right.
It's a bit of a leap, but it is there, and the evidence is there. Do your own research. Riding bikes cures COVID.
That's true. So if you've got COVID, get out there, get out in public, ride your bike.
Ride your bike. Okay, you got to go as fast as you can, as far as you can. You got to see as many people while you're riding your bike as possible.
You got to spread the news that riding the bike cures COVID.
That's right. Yes.
As quick as you can.
That's like among spreading other things.
Now, would you take? Now, as a member of Tommunism, I would just choose to pay my taxes because that seems a lot cheaper than actually just in case all this stuff happens.
Right, and is that one of the core values of Tommunism?
It's one of the core values. Now, the thing is, I thought about this, and I put a lot of thought, and I figured, hold on, this means that a lot of really, really wealthy folk can just say, all right, fine, it's actually cheaper for me to not pay $100 million in taxes, and instead to do this. But the thing is, their companies in general would then need to pay for permits for every single time that they transported any goods or services across anywhere.
Sorry, hang on. There's a question
from the audience member.
And the answer is
no, not particularly.
It's like all right. How can we scale this while being vague? I think. Soon. The timer actually says 1 hour and 7 minutes. And do you remember what time I told you it would be? Yes, that's correct.
So, how long has the podcast been going for?
It's actually been going for 31 minutes in
31
terms
minutes.
of time check. I usually like to keep this under an hour, so if we do go over, it'd have to be 2, or we just record another one later.
Okay, yeah, no worries.
So I think that'd be good. Moss is going to be furious that I've like pushed him out, because he doesn't even know it here, to be honest. Like, this isn't even a regular recording day. Usually we do it tomorrow. But I got to tell him either... Wait, if he comes tomorrow, he's bringing a third microphone. We can have the 3 of us.
Excellent.
Easy. Yeah, cool. I think that's a good idea. You can come by 2 if you want. If you don't, yeah. Oh, you know what you said? Oh, never mind. Don't worry. I'm trying to have a conversation with the live studio audience member that may or may not actually be here. This could all be a joke.
English.
No, he doesn't. But he does speak sign language.
That was the perfect racist joke.
It was. It was actually very good. Yes.
It's just a silent Asian man just staring at us.
Asian? No, he's not Asian.
No, he's black.
He's black, yeah.
From East Timor.
That's right. There's a couple of extra layers of joke going here that I will not explain, but that was funny for me.
Excellent.
That's what matters. And he's now threatened to kill himself.
No, Tony, it's all about freedom. All drugs legalized, every single one of them.
Yes, yeah.
Over the counter.
Is that also part of... That's another policy of Tommunism?
It is another policy. Everything is all about freedom. Now, it's tough because then it makes it... Because I've said all this stuff for years, and then it makes it seem like I'm just associated with like all the anti-vax crowds and stuff in the streets.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, they are no drugs. You say pro-drugs.
All of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Now, what are the actual repercussions of legalizing everything?
Well, there's a difference between legalizing everything and decriminalizing everything.
Okay, so what are you doing then? Are you decriminalizing everything, or are you legalizing everything?
On the extreme end, legalizing. On the less extreme end, decriminalizing.
Because it has to be all or nothing, yeah?
Yeah, basically, countries, and this is true. For example, Portugal, which I believe in 2001 decriminalized all drugs. Mm-hmm. It drastically, it reduces a lot of the actual socioeconomic outcomes for a lot of the people, especially because they get sent to like rehab centers and such and not jail.
Yeah.
Although in general, the thing is, and this is true, and this is obvious, just legalizing all drugs just completely just destroys cartels and just reduces crime by so much. It's like, oh, all of our money and income is gone. Yeah. All of it.
See, I've met drug dealers who complain about if their substance of choice is legalized, then they'll be out of business.
Exactly.
Like genuine, actual complaints. Like these people contribute nothing to society except for complaining.
What do you mean? They give the drugs to the people who want drugs.
That's true. That's my mistake, yeah? I spoke there without thinking. That's my bad. I think I need some drugs to fix this, yeah? Now, under Tommunism, I'd be able to get some.
You can just go to your local chemist warehouse.
Yeah.
Pick up some...
That would be very funny, actually.
And methamphetamines and...
Yeah. Well, no, hang on. We did those ones on the last 2.
Yes,
so for this one, it's Coke. The drug of choice is cocaine.
We'll go down the alphabetical list.
Yes.
Now,
we should actually make a list of drugs in alphabetical order.
I am very against drugs. Personally, I'm quite...
All drugs.
No.
Let's say you break your leg and it's like, no, give me some morphine. No,
No.
you're against drugs.
I'm against them in the sense of I'm still just because I'm saying they should be legal. I'm not for them. Like, as a lot of people say, oh, but if you legalize like heroin and meth, then people just gonna do them. It's like, oh, are you gonna?
You're like, what? No, and you're just injecting heroin like,
No,
right now,
well, like,
this
it's
very
like-
second in the conversation.
But the people say it's like, oh, okay, would you do it? Well, I wouldn't, but it's like,
No,
there
but
you
it,
go.
it gives the option for other people to do it
They have
without
the option
any
now.
without any repercussion. Yeah, but it's a legal option.
But the thing is, this would drastically reduce deaths. Because the thing is that it's all regulated, all of the substances are a lot more pure, they're not remixed, and it's taxed. Whenever I see border security or whatever, they're like, oh, we've just taken $500 million of cocaine off the streets. I'm like, do you know how much money? Think about the alcohol tax that you could have just put in. You could have paid for like 6 hospitals and given all the nurses raises. And...
No, but you see, here's the thing. There are drugs at the hospital, and they're not about that, so therefore they are not allowed to build in the hospitals.
I see.
It's written in the fine print.
I see.
So, okay.
We've gotten off the comedy aspect. This is just my beliefs.
No. This is all performance and satire. That's how you get away with saying anything.
Of course. Of course.
It's all. This is a. I had to put like what category the podcast fits in, I just picked comedy, and that means we can say whatever we want, legally speaking.
For the first 2 years or so of our friendship, I only spoke in joking, in
Like tones or like phrases.
like regular tone, but in extreme phrases and manners.
Yeah, like we never knew if he was being sarcastic or not.
And yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Go, you talk. I gotta drink. Sorry, I wasn't gonna address this, but now I'm gonna drink water. So now Tom's gonna keep talking.
Well, yes, and I am going to keep talking because that's the thing I need to do right now because you're drinking water and asked me to keep talking. So what I think that we should move on to is whether or not you wanted to mention, I can't remember if you remember that you wanted to mention the anti-jokes on the podcast or in your stand-up.
I wanted to, because that was a very good idea that I wasn't going to bring up, but now that you've forced my hand.
Well, I remember because you said you sent me a message while I was driving after we discussed it saying that would have been good for the podcast.
I am about to prove you wrong. Give me a moment to bring up the texts, and these will not be going on screen, so I am going to keep stalling with my words until I... Hang on a second. Oh.
What a great podcast.
Yeah. You know, I tasted that one. And you know what that tastes like. I can see you fucking laugh. You don't have to hold it in. It's fine. Yeah, what text have we got here?
Just real quick, because of a lot of the ambiguity in today's podcast, I like to think of it more like a colouring book. You can fill in your own sort of imagination for a lot of the stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to read out the text, the one that immediately precedes the... where I said that could have been podcast material. You said concept. In Parliament, they legally have to refer to another member as the Honourable Member of X electorate. Why stop there? Why not make it the Honourable Giant Cock Genius Member of X?
I did say that.
Yes. Now,
I thought that was pretty funny.
I think that was very funny too. So, how would you make people refer to you if you were to be voted into office as Lord Mayor Tom? Was it Mayor Lord Tom or Lord Mayor Tom?
Lord Mayor is the actual title. That is literally what it's called.
Okay, all right. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you remember,
See, I'm thinking Supreme Leader.
Supreme Leader does have a good ring to it. I'm not a fan of a lot of syllables. How about just Supreme?
Just Supreme. What, Mayor, Lord Supreme?
No, just Supreme.
Just Supreme
Like the
Tom.
cheese.
Or the shirt, or other.
You mean
brand.
Supre?
Supre? Is that what?
No, that's a completely different brand.
No, Supreme's a fucking.
Yes,
like,
that is
clothes.
the brand.
Yeah.
That's the one that's like sheep you can get. You have that one?
What? No, I've got a different one. What's the?
You got the really long armed.
That's different. That's completely different.
They like some satirical stuff on that side.
Oh, I'm talking about the website that we're not going to say because they're not going to pay us to promote, and I think that it's actually possible to get that promotion because that company is in Victoria. Actually, it's even in Melbourne.
Which one?
The shirt company, the one that I'm talking about, the one that you're thinking of, the jumper, right?
The one with satirical stuff for Supreme.
No, I thought you were talking about I'm doing an action here.
That's cool shirts.
No, come on. I was avoiding that and you threw me under the bus.
You can bleep it.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
We haven't said anything incriminating yet.
Oh.
Okay, I'm just checking with the live studio audience member. The one that's really actually here and not made up for any sort of comedic purposes.
You could say something if you want to.
But he won't because he's not real.
He could be.
Nah.
Yeah.
No, he's not.
He could be torn to the suit of armor. Basically looking in that direction.
Yeah. Did you know that was there? No, you didn't? Oh, well, it's there, yeah.
Want to try it on?
Nah, it won't fit. You did know. Oh, you didn't know it was there, but you knew I had it. That's the. I don't know what you're. Okay, look, I'm gonna move on from this because I don't understand the action that he's doing. Like, I think I do, but I'm not gonna try and converse further because I don't see where this is going. That was not very good, if I'm gonna be honest.
Now.
You were saying, you want to just be called what? Supreme Tom?
Yeah, Supreme Tom.
Okay, I think that's fair. So, if you win, let's just go over everything we've talked about briefly. So, you win mayorship, you become Supreme Tom.
Mm-hmm.
You decriminalize or you legalize everything?
Do you want my satirical answer or my genuine answer?
Hey, you're here to promote your upcoming...
compulsory.
Running. Compulsory?
All drugs.
So you have to have all drugs?
Yes.
At least once?
At least 4 times.
In your life?
A week.
Okay, look. Okay.
You can take them all at once, you can spread them out. There's freedom of choice.
As a society...
It must be in your blood. There's regular blood tests.
I don't think this is a good idea.
Really?
Yeah. Look, personally, there's a lot of high-end jobs that some drugs won't be suitable for. So, let's say, if you have a high pressure... What the fuck are you doing? Okay, sorry. I saw a flash in the corner of my eyes, and I'm going to ignore that. Maybe I'll edit that bit out, maybe I won't. Who knows? A bit of fun. If a certain occupation... So I'm trying to think of one where being on coke would be a bad idea. Any profession where...
Diplomat.
No, that's worked.
Okay, yeah, that does work.
Yeah. What other jobs?
I was going to say miner, but I feel like it's just more effective.
Yeah, I think so too. Like, you literally have potions of speed when you play Minecraft for it to be better.
Yeah.
That's an enhancement, really. I have good reason to believe that horse jockeys are always on coke.
I love horse jockeys. They're so adorable.
Okay, I think that's offensive. And now you are ableist.
What do you mean, ape? What do you? They can do stuff we can't do.
That's not true.
We're the disabled ones. Here.
You know what I can do? I can look over at the horizon and see the sun.
If you were on a horse with any other regular, you would lose the race every time.
Probably yes. However, the horse racing wouldn't be a problem because one of your policies is abolishing all horse racing and dog racing.
This is true.
For the gladiator fighting.
You can do it, just no whipping.
No whipping, but that's what makes them move.
Well, too bad then. Use a carrot.
Use a carrot.
A stick. You mentioned Minecraft?
I did, yes.
Some wheat.
Some wheat, yeah. Okay, alright, we'll see how that goes. So we have people not paying taxes get entered into the gladiatorial arena. Kind of like Hunger Games, I would say, where everyone who would have their name drawn out with a date. Like a court appearance, except it's a gladiatorial appearance.
I don't want to just discredit communism entirely.
Okay.
For its genuine things, it's the idea is so there's universal basic income or a negative income tax rate for one. There is also permanent housing for everyone. So the thing is, there isn't any homeless people, so it's not just homeless because you think, it would only be the homeless who are willing to do that. So you're just taking advantage of the vulnerable people. It's like, no, we take care of the vulnerable people, and if someone wants to, if they choose to try and get the $4 million or whatever it is, whatever people are willing to do. Hey, maybe it's commercially not viable, it doesn't take off, but it's legal. They're allowed to do it.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. It's more about freedom of choice than for saying, hey, this is what you have to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about that freedom of choice. In regards to, but then you could say, okay, well, vaccine mandates, that's terrible, But the thing is, once again, what about other people deserve the freedom to not get sick by another person just sneezing on them or something like that. So then it becomes a whole philosophical discussion, which I'm personally fine with vaccine mandates, stuff like that. Okay. And I think it's a separate thing, but that would require a lot more philosophical thought that I'm not going to put into it because I cannot be bothered.
That's okay. That's fair enough. All right. I agree with the fact that you've said words.
Yeah,
you've definitely said words.
Like Milton Friedman is this, or Friedman is this. I
think it might be Friedman.
Yeah, I think it's Friedman too, but spelling its whole thing. Like, I'm a big fan of his. He's my favorite economist, and he's mentioned a lot, especially by conservative and right-wing, mainly libertarian people. And although he's even for, universal basic income or a negative income tax rate, because they recognize that it's the right thing to do, because a lot of these sort of things get put down to really strange politics where it is left or right. It's like, no, it's a whole thing. But I don't think that's what this podcast is about.
No, I was going to say, I was trying to signal to you silently, who do you think my audience is?
Me?
Technically, yes.
I'm making this podcast for myself, so I can join it later on.
You could say whatever
I
the
would-
fuck I was like, wow, he makes some excellent
I've been
points.
listening to it like, this is awesome. This guy,
This is very
genius.
good. Yeah, I want to meet him. I want to vote for him in the
wanna
next
shake his
election.
hand.
Yeah, that's right. And you're just sitting there in your room like this. Yeah, but okay, good. All right. So, when are the elections? When are they coming up for? Like, when are you campaigning?
I campaigning.
Yes, because we're as of recording right now, middle of February. So I heard there was an election in June, but I don't know if that applies to you.
There has to be an election by May.
By May, okay.
Federal election.
So what? Are you leaving yourself?
You're mentioning the Lord Mayor. They can't really do that much stuff.
Well,
For the podcast, fun idea.
Yeah.
Supreme Tom Mayor is Mayor because the mayor's not part of the title.
Gotcha.
Is an unrealistic scenario, to say the least.
Right, but I think if enough people get behind the idea of Tommunism, that they'd be able to push it forward. Let's say someone in higher power decides, hey, let's...
Like God?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So if God says, hey, let's see what this Tom guy can do for the local community of Australia, right? And that has to start somewhere.
Oh, it also makes it means that people are banned from churches until they're 15 years old.
Okay, well, that's going to be a backstab, and you can't tell God that.
Okay, yeah.
Make sure he doesn't find that
I
out.
will not tell God that one.
Okay, good, thank you. Okay, so God...
And mosques and
Yes, yeah.
synagogues.
It's alright. There's a whole cast of gods. It's a whole mess, alright?
The Greek ones.
Yeah, the Greek ones.
Roman ones.
The Roman ones. Are they the same?
They're pretty much the same ones.
Okay, they're like cousins or some shit. I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know. But yeah, just don't tell them. Let them do your bidding first, and then enact your power
Smart, of course.
as Supreme Lord Mayor Tom of
Supreme Tom, Mayor.
Supreme Tom, Mayor.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. I just wanted to clear that up so that it's all in my head.
Excellent.
All right, good. All right, well, okay, I'll be voting for you in the next election. This is my official endorsement of
Thank you.
Tom as Lord Mayor. Supreme Lord, Mayor Tom.
All very incorrect, but sure.
Okay, all right. Look, I tried. All right.
Now, I think that's enough on Tommunism.
All right.
As good as it is, we should segue to the next segment.
Yeah, so it's funny that you mentioned that because if I open up my phone from, hey, this was more Tommunism stuff, the next text is you actually complaining. So, I had to cut a conversation out. Was it abrupt? Yes. Will I apologize? Absolutely not. It had to be done. But because of this, I left an Easter egg for video watchers. Check out the YouTube version of this to see what I mean. But for now, back to the show. I don't know where I'm going to edit it
Juggling
from.
balls.
Okay, that transition may have sounded weird, but it will make sense to me later, and you will not know what the juggling balls were about. So, I tried to make a natural segue. It was not natural, and some tweaks had to be made. So we are going to talk about
Unnatural segue.
Unnatural segue. We're gonna, we're gonna talk about virtual reality now. So I hear you're looking to get into it.
Yes. No, I purchased an Oculus Quest 2, a Meta Quest 2.
A Meta Quest 2. Do that? No, but Oculus is a different company.
No, it's...
Isn't it? Is it? So it's still called Oculus Quest 2.
Go to Twitter and open up Oculus.
All right, I will.
You can't. It's gone.
What?
No, spoiler alert.
You didn't want to let me do it?
No, it's because it wouldn't come up. So basically they completely threw away the word Oculus, and now it's just, if you have Oculus, then it's just Meta Quest 2 and Meta VR.
Fuck, you're right.
Now, here's why this is really fucking stupid. There's been years around the VR community cultivating and advertising, and people who aren't in VR who know about the word Oculus, the name Oculus, the branding behind it. It's been hammered down for years. This is just millions and millions of dollars in advertising down the drain.
There's even hang on. There's still Oculus for Business.
Yeah, they haven't completely gone around and changed it, but if you like the Oculus, it is the Meta Quest 2 now.
Yeah, I can see that. That's weird. I don't like that. Oculus is a way better name.
Yes, everyone thinks it's stupid.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's strange. Yeah, no, I didn't know that. Now I'm fucking learning things. I didn't expect that.
That you would learn things. Ever?
Yeah, never. No.
Of course.
No, of course not. No, it's basically disabled.
That's why I can make the jokes.
Yes, yeah.
That's right.
Just I can, yeah.
Just it's like, well, I've got ADHD, so I can get away with making fun of the most disabled a person can possibly. Not make fun, just impersonating in public. It's the way to go.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that thing bombed.
Yeah, it wasn't good. But that's all right. That was a topic from 40 minutes ago, maybe. I don't know. I can see the timer. But yeah, what are your... So now that you've got your Meta Quest 2, you know, what's your... What you just tell me about it.
When I try it out, I'm thinking... So I've started downloading the Skyrim VR mod packs. And it is over 126 gigabytes.
That's a problem. I think you might be downloading a virus.
No. It's a good mod pack. It's a good one.
Yeah. But...
So, you know, it's got, you know, it's got the body, it's got no loading times, it's the graphical changes.
So yeah, I'm going to download no loading times. That is a virus. You can't download not having a loading time.
It changes the system to dynamically render it as you're going on based on your distance, opposed to loading it, and then let's say you enter a new town.
That should be anyway, though, shouldn't it?
It should be, but this came out in 2011.
Okay, but it's also come out again in 2013, 15, every odd number, like anniversary edition. Skyrim's released like fucking 7 times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I think that'll be a lot of fun to play on there. Now, this is with the Steam Link, obviously. However, we'll be able to do things like ping pong and other stuff like that. It seems so basic, but it's just like a fun thing they can do anywhere in the world.
Okay, yeah, I've got a very important question for you. Why not play ping pong in real life?
What if I'm not here and you're not here?
You make an excellent point. I agree.
That's the entire argument.
All right, done. You know, see, I don't know if you know this. You do know this, but I've just had to put the phrase in there like that. I also have virtual reality, so I'm looking forward to also playing ping pong as well. I also have Skyrim VR with mods in that. I just haven't got it working, so I think that's what we'll be doing after this.
That is what we'll be doing after this.
Okay, yeah, cool. Just some like scheduling outside of the show for like while we're doing the show. Just you got to be efficient with your time. It's very important.
Yes.
So. Okay, good. Well, there's other things you can do in VR. Like there was an idea once to record a podcast in VR. Now, that's at the moment far future, vague idea. I'm just putting in the seed now at episode 3, fucking 52 minutes in.
We thought that a virtual reality podcast did actually sound like a not a bad idea.
But it's not that it's a lot of work. It's more like if it's a special occasion, it'll be more special to do less often. So in terms of anniversary podcasts, like I haven't seen anyone do it before, so I'm just setting the seed in now and we'll revisit it.
We want someone a lot more popular to do it first, and because we've mentioned it now, then we can just claim, hey, they stole it from us.
Hey, exactly, and if I clip this, then that means, hey, look, this is the first public claim of being able to do it.
And even though they 100% probably didn't know that and they just thought it themselves.
Yeah, because it's not like other people can have the same thoughts. There's no such thing as parallel thinking. That's ridiculous.
That doesn't happen.
No.
No.
So this is set up for that, and that's where the VR chat was. That's where I was trying to get it to go, to be honest. And it's even that's the game that we would technically be playing if we were to do a podcast in VR. It's called VR Chat. Now, VR Chat, have you actually tried VR Chat before?
I've tried VR Chat, but only on the desktop.
Okay.
Because I downloaded the VR games I was going to be using on my desktop before it arrived.
So you know what? I think I should fire it up like when we're just playing, because there'll be a point in time where we're just playing VR.
Yeah.
Just give it a shot. Just like go around talking to people.
The cat room, the black cat.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
It's
that sounds like
VR chat room or something.
that sounds like a strip club.
It's like the most popular VR chat in the world, like the black cat or something like that.
Okay, so what happens if you go into a room with 100 people and they're all talking?
You'll hear 100 people talking.
Exactly, it's way too fucking loud. So I'm saying don't go to the really popular ones. Let's see if we can find some like weirdos or misfits. Yeah, let's see what happens.
To try and fit in.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and if they don't, they don't. But it might be good. It might not be. I think that's a good. That'd be a good thing to try.
I think so too, but I just thought of something, and in the final remaining 5 minutes of the podcast, I think this will be an excellent share.
All right. What are you sharing?
Barnzey, you own a pool table.
Yeah, I do. Oh, are you about to out me, or are you about to out Luch?
Both.
Okay. Wasn't my fault. I swear I didn't do it.
This pool table, they said. Now, how much is a pool table?
A pool table?
One, $600? You can do that.
Maybe.
Yeah. So they find one online on the Facebook Marketplace.
No, I take no credit for this. This was Lush.
They go, they find this pool table.
Yep.
And they go to the other side of the city, and they
other side of the state, really. Like, the drive was an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah.
They open the door, and the woman was...
She was like 4 foot.
Yeah, so like, did she have like dwarfism or was a midget or like?
No. She like, because you know how with dwarfism like all the limbs are shorter.
I see.
They were regular size, like they were regular.
Just a very short lady.
Yeah, they're regular proportional limbs. So just like really fucking small.
Okay, that's about hobbit sized.
Yes, I would say hobbit size. She was even barefoot.
Right.
She might have been a hobbit.
That's right.
Okay.
The pool table was no regular pool table. It was proportional to this woman.
Yeah.
So the balls are really small, the pool table's really small, but they're already there.
Yes.
$600. They pick it up, they down the garage, they call me up and say, Tom, got this new pool table, it's got the Batman symbol on it, it's awesome. And
Look.
can't wait, we're going to try it out, it's going to be great. Now, we take it, and we start to try and play it, and it is hysterical.
Look, yes, okay, look, there are a few things wrong with it.
She lost a few of the midget balls that are shrunk to the size of the scale, and there's just regular pool balls.
Yes, yeah. The only problem is that because the pool table, we know that it was built as custom for her, it's because with regular pool balls, they don't roll all the way down to the end where they're supposed to, right? And
To catch the balls every single time.
it's a pain.
It was a scam.
Yeah, it was a bit. It actually was. Because she was meant to send the balls over in the mail. That was like 3 months ago. Still hasn't happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Liam, well, whatever. We get both names. He doesn't follow up on these things. So
The pool table's now a shelf.
yeah, essentially, yeah, it is, and that's what we're using it for. And it's up to Luch to get this all prepared and fixed for optimal use. However, I don't think he'll do it, and I doubt that he will listen to this, despite me telling him to. Even borderline forcing him to with a gun to his head. Just, hey, listen to this. And he still wouldn't listen to this or fix the pool table. Yeah, exactly.
Well, just real quick, speaking of the shelf, that was my idea. The shelf bin. It's kind of like a bin, but it's a shelf. Just put the rubbish on the shelf.
Yeah, I told you already as well. I had a rubbish drawer. Where
The rubbish drawer's common. Everyone's got a rubbish. They just chuck the rubbish in there, but a shelf.
Yes. But a shelf is for display. You want to display your trash?
We don't want to display our trash. It's an incentive to throw it away.
Yeah, but why not just throw it away?
Because.
Because. All right, I think we're going to end it there because that was pretty. That was good. I think we talked for a decent amount of time. We're coming up towards the end, and this is what I call a natural ending.